What up, YouTube? This is Cannibal RC. Finally decided to make a video instead of just liking everybody else's. This right here is my Slash 4x4. Got a J Concepts C10 scalpel body on it. I don't see very many people run speed runs with this body, and it's probably because it's basically just a big ass parachute, but I think I'm going to fiberglass the underneath it, and once I do that, it should make it a lot stiffer, and then hopefully it won't, move as much, and I think I should be able to get a little better numbers with it. Right now I'm getting about 82 to 85 miles an hour. That's on 4S. Some of that actually has to do with the fact that where I'm running it at, it's got so many damn cracks in the road that kind of makes me uncomfortable to really, go full throttle with it. But for the most part, it's doing pretty good. An accident here and there, but I mean, if you continuously flip it and, you get back out there and run it again, you're addicted, and I believe I am. So it doesn't really matter how many times I break this damn thing. I'm just going to put it back together and keep going. I have one other RC. I got a Viterra Ford Fiesta 1/10 scale rally car, but that's kind of just a project. I'm going to change the motor out in it and do some things, and that'll kind of be my bashing vehicle, if you will. But this is my body. I don't know if you can see, but it's all beat to hell. I mean, I've hit so many things with this, and it's done so many flips that, it's pretty damaged. I cut the back out, and that seemed to help it out some. Still have some issues with air, but like I said, I'm going to do my best to get that body to be stiffer and try to see what I can do about, getting it to be a better body. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get the numbers I really want. I really just kind of want to get 100 miles per hour out of it, and I haven't seen anybody on YouTube yet with this body, and show 100 miles an hour. So thought it'd be pretty cool to be able to use this body to do that. Got my Sega CustomRC.com sticker on the back there. If you have a Slash 4x4 and you want to do speed runs, VGAD23 is the guy to talk to. I think it's VGAD23 on eBay. And I don't have his email and everything on me right now, but he's a good guy, makes real good parts, even makes them for the Rustler, and a few other vehicles if I'm not mistaken. And I don't have all of his parts on just yet, but I'll take the body off. We had a spill today and we went to some dirt, so she's dirty. She's got to get cleaned up. But got X01 shocks on there, red springs. I picked the purple. I guess it's really stiff. It doesn't do too bad. The car doesn't do too much bouncing on me. But I think I might go to a different color, maybe try some other colors out. I mean, what I'm really finding out about these speed runs is that it's kind of trial and error, and looking at other people's videos, trying to figure out where you're messing up. But when it comes to speed runs, it's the little things that count. I got a Mamba Monster 2 in there. I got Dean plugs right now. I'm going to end up going to Castle, but my battery was already Dean, so figured I'd just go ahead and go with Dean's for now. Castle Cat Pack, which eventually I'm going to be getting rid of for Poseidon. Probably get a Poseidon motor as well. I've got a 2200 kV in there right now, and it's a nice motor, but I like the things that Poseidon is putting out. They've got some spur gears that a lot of you guys are probably seeing in other people's videos, and they're not telling you what kind of spur gears those are, and there's a great chance they're Poseidon. They make real good stuff. I have the VGAD motor mount in here to put my motor up higher. I'm running, actually right now, I'm running a Traxxas X01 pinion. It doesn't quite line up the way I want it to. I already have a VGAG spur adapter, so I'm just I'm waiting right now for my Poseidon spur gears. And then once those come in, I won't be running this anymore. But it's a 34 tooth pinion. I don't know if you can really see it, but the thing is huge. I got it just because it's Mod 1. I really wanted to go Mod 1. I think right now I'm running 3440 in this vehicle, so not bad. Like I said, I'm getting roughly 80 to 85. I got an 87, but I don't know, it was a little sketchy. A little sketchy, so I stick with between 80 and 85 is pretty much my max speed right now. But I know that once I stiffen the body up and do a couple of other little extra things on it, I'll be able to get the speed that I want to out of it. And then if not, I'll just take the body off and go with the bodies everyone else is going with. But like I said, I mean, I love that body. I think that's a great looking body for this Slash. I mean, I really went with the Slash for speed runs, my first kind of speed run vehicle, only because Traxxas is, the Traxxas. So, I mean, you can pretty much go into any hobby store. You go online, you can find tons of aftermarket pieces. You can find tons of custom pieces, tons of videos. And it's not to say I don't like Offners or anything like that. I think the next thing that I'm going to go with is a DM1. I've kind of been looking at those. I mean, Traxxas, you can pretty much get whatever it is that you want for it. So I've been really looking at that and ended up getting a Slash. So this is my Slash. I mean, other than that, I really haven't done too much else to it. I don't know if you can see, but it's a Techno RC center drive shaft. It's rubbing there a little bit. I'm going to end up moving this ESC to the other side. VGAT has a motor plate, and I can put it there. I had some weights up front, but I'm going to end up getting rid of those because I talked to Jess, and essentially what I can do is when I go 6S, I can just put both batteries on the outside. And as long as the battery is further up to the front, you know, kind of offset some. And he makes trays as well that you can put them on. But I mean, either way, even if you want to just leave it on here, you can push it up to the front, and it'll bring that weight that you need in the front to keep this thing from flying off the ground. Because I can be the first one to tell you that this thing, you know, you're doing 65 with it, with the the Valenian motor, and you know, you're doing those type of things, and you know, you never really notice the car kind of coming off the ground, even though it really is sometimes. But the moment that you put bigger motor in it and bigger pinion and some 1/8 scale on-road tires, this thing becomes a plane, essentially. And I mean, I have it low, and it still took off the ground. And I was just kind of, when I was testing it before, I wasn't even giving it full throttle. And I mean, this thing went flying probably about 15, 20 feet. Broke a couple things here in the back, but it's all been fixed. The tires that I'm running on here are 1/8 scale GRPs. I only went with the spoked. I was actually going to get the ones that were more like a plate. But I ended up going with the spoke in the beginning, only because it was the most convenient and available to me. So I just kind of wanted to see what the car could do, and then start kind of dialing it in with, whatever it is I think it needs to be able to get to the speeds that I want to. But for the most part, they're S5 compound. I only went with that because, I mean, I think it's S3. And S5 are pretty much kind of middle of the road. I think there's an S1 and an S7. But don't quote me on that. But I went with S5. And they're working pretty good. Haven't had too many problems. That's my dog with my wife's shoe. So I'll be in trouble for that. Let me just go ahead and grab that. Dropping shit. My bad. But other than that, I mean, this is my Slash. I still don't have MIP drive shafts on it. I just have the regular drive shafts, but after doing some talking with some people and checking around, there are some guys out there that have these drive shafts and they're doing 100 miles an hour. And that doesn't mean that necessarily they're doing well with it, but just don't really have the money right now to dive into that just yet. There are other things I kind of feel like I need to get before I go the drive shaft route. But that will be happening here pretty soon. But other than that, I mean, this is my slash. You know, pretty basic. It doesn't look like some of these other guys that have all kinds of crazy things like Jess. One of Jess's slashes looks absolutely ridiculous in comparison to this. You know, his is way more custom and has all types of crazy things on it. But I mean, I like it, man. And I mean, if it wasn't for Jess and Rockbud and those guys and seeing the videos that they were doing and seeing the things that they were doing, I would never even know you could do this type of stuff with a slash. So, I mean, big shout out to those guys. Those guys are really the ones that are making it happen. And as a guy new to the RC game, it helps a lot when you have guys that know what they're doing and they're willing to answer you. You know, I mean, these guys are willing to hit you right back if you email them or you know, respond to a comment on a video they had, you know, if you're asking questions and stuff. And I mean, they're really not the only ones. Custom Fast RC is another guy that's awesome. But I mean, it's real good stuff. If you want anything like the motor mount, or I don't have the spur gear out now, but I mean the spur adapter out right now, but I'll have it in the next video. If you want that kind of stuff, check out, he's VGAD23, VGAD23 on eBay. Or you could go to SegaCustomRC.com, and you can check all that stuff out there. He's also one of the only people that I found online that you can actually order a Poseidon motor from other than Poseidon. And I probably am wrong about that, but I mean, I've done a lot of research looking for him. And I mean, it seems like you can either go to Poseidon or you can go to him. So, you know, if you're looking for something else for your slash, you know, I'd go and look at VGAD, look at some of Justice videos, kind of see what you're getting. And I mean, this stuff is tested stuff. I mean, this motor mount is solid, you know. I mean, it's moving the whole vehicle. And I mean, you can kind of see it in there. And I mean, it sits fairly high up. And I mean, that's not even as high as it can go. I could put something even bigger in there if I wanted to, but I mean, that's not bad, man. It's a real easy way to get into Mod 1 gear, and I've seen guys going in here and cutting things out and doing all types of crazy things in here. With this setup, that's not even a problem. I mean, I just slapped that motor in, no problem, and went to running. So this is my slash 4x4, and eventually later on down the road, probably here pretty soon, I'm sure, I should be able to do some speed run videos and show you guys kind of what this thing could do. Like I said, I mean, it's nothing real flashy compared to other guys' other people's RCs, but for me it works pretty good, and I kind of like to call it my budget slash, because everything I have on it is fairly budget, you know, when it comes to how much I pay for some of this stuff. But I mean, it works pretty good for me. It works pretty good, and I haven't had too many problems with it. I'm gonna get RPM and RPM everything out eventually. I was thinking about possibly stretching it. I think Proline makes a kit that it'll sit out further, like the wheelbase is a little wider. So I think I might go to something like that eventually. And like I said, if that body doesn't end up working out, you know, I'll get another body, but I'd love to see that body do 100 at least once. That would be awesome. But whether it can do it on 4S, you know, that remains to be seen so far. And I mean, if anybody knows of a video where this body is doing 100 or more, let me know, please, so I can take a look kind of at what they've done. Because other than fiberglass in it, there really isn't much more that I know that I can do to it without kind of getting into some things I've seen other guys do, you know, with wings and stuff like that. But I mean, I'm not really sure how I want to go about that right now. But like and comment below, subscribe. You know, if you like the video, and I'm gonna be making more of these as I get more RCs. Like I said, I'm new to the RC game, but I'm enjoying it. Eventually, I'm gonna get out to Run DMV with Lamont and those guys, and they're doing some good stuff out there. So I'm gonna try to go up there. It's only about an hour for me, so I can make it out there one of these Saturdays or Sundays. I think it's Sundays they do it. And I'm gonna go out there and check those guys out and see what they're doing. But like I said, this is my slash 4x4.